What up? It's your boy Chino Mike. Check me out right now on JR and the Crew.
All right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of JR and the Crew, man. We are here. Hold on. There's a hair. Hold on. There's a hair.
Stop the fucking camera. Stop the press.
There's a hair. Okay, she's good.
Oh, no, you didn't. I thought your little pinky. Oh, fuck.
Hey, guys. Welcome to another episode of JR and the Crew, man. Sorry, there was a hair on the camera. We had to get rid of the hair.
On the camera? It was not on the camera.
Oh, sorry, yeah. It was on the prop. On the props, man. But hey, guys, welcome. You know, we got Momo and Slick Vic in the house, like always, man. We got him in the house. And then, of course, we got Renee, the Poet King, and Jimmy G. What happened? Oh, we have them. They're doing their thing right now. I don't know what. They're trying to coordinate something and trying to make things. They're coordinate. You got to coordinate the belts.
That's the coordinate.
You got to coordinate everything.
I missed that fool. He's dead. You know that, right?
He did?
Yeah, John Witherspoon.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, he died like during COVID, I think, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I know who else died.
We got
the guy that played Paulie from Goodfellas.
Oh, yeah, he just died.
He just died a few days ago.
No,
right?
yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're like a week behind. So.
Yeah, Paulie from The Sopranos, yeah.
That's what we're talking
That's the
about.
same guy.
The other guy died too, Paul Santino.
Oh, yeah. He did too, the main guy, yeah.
Oh, damn, something's in the
A
water.
lot of guys died, man. Take him out.
About
But we have a special guest, man. This guest has a nonprofit organization. I mean, he's doing a lot of great things. Momo, you know a little bit more about him. I want you to go ahead and give him the best introduction in JR and the Crew history.
So first of all, I want to thank you guys for finally listening to me and allowing me to bring on somebody other than myself. So
Well, we had to make it right. We had to let it happen.
well, so this individual, like,
The last time she brought someone, he was a pretty boy. He sang and he was cute. I'm like, okay.
well, let's introduce him and I'll talk a little bit more.
Right?
That is true. That is true.
Chris, that's right.
Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and
Not to say you ain't cute.
So I would like to introduce our special guest that we have here with us today, Chino Mike, all the way from the city of Chino. Welcome, Mike.
Hey, man.
Where'd you get the name Chino Mike from?
Instagram.
Let's guess.
And everybody, Mike wasn't available, so he had to
Ontario
throw the
Mike
Chino
wasn't
in
available.
there. Hey, don't be sad tripping on him now.
But we, of course, we're not bringing you on because you're Chino Mike. We're bringing you on because you have a nonprofit organization. Yeah. So give us the name of your nonprofit and what you guys do.
How are you? My nonprofit is No More Locked Doors.
No More Locked Doors.
We're an official 501c3 organization helping troubled youth, formerly incarcerated, creating opportunities and resources for these individuals.
Damn, I fit all those criteria.
Yeah.
I fit all those criteria.
He's like, can I get a job? Oh, wait, I got one.
He's like, here's the application. He slipped someone right for you.
You know, that's when you said we're going to have No More Locked Doors guy. I was thinking of the guy from Next Friday.
Oh, of course you were.
Me too. I was.
He's on the Mayans, bro.
That's what I was thinking of too. No more locked doors, eh?
Baby
Hey,
Joker.
well, I'm not gonna lie. That's
Then
the
they
first
sent
that
the
came
picture,
to my
like,
mind too. but I was picturing the elephant speeder. I wouldn't know the tuxedo speedo. Not on you, Mike. Don't worry about it. Not on you. It's okay.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know.
No. So a little bit more. Tell us a little bit more about your nonprofit. Like, why did you start it? First of all.
Well, I was one of those individuals for a long time. I did a total of 27 years in prison and YA, juvenile hall, all that, in and out. You know, never not straight, but
just total.
Mostly in. I've never been out until now, more than 11 months at one time. So.
Oh wow! Congratulations! I didn't know it was that soon either. Shit.
Yeah. So now
Still
I've been
on
out
parole?
a little over 4 years. No, I've been off.
Oh, okay. I
I've
was
been
gonna
off
say,
parole.
damn, we can't affiliate. I'm just kidding.
Based on everything I'm doing, they cut me loose early, so
Very good.
I'm free and clear of all that, and now we're just making moves to help people in our communities.
So the reason why you started because when you came out, you found it hard for yourself to find a job. Is that why?
Well, no, I was blessed to have a skill already, welding, so I was good. But a lot of the fellas in there didn't know what they were going to do when they got out. They didn't know about the opportunities that unions can bring.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of the homies, when I was in there, I started a welding program in prison. I'm the first person ever to start a nationally accredited welding school in a high security federal prison. From scratch.
They could barely have like plastic spoons, let alone
No. I was at Lompoc and we had a welding program. We had a what else?
That Lompoc is where I started it.
Okay,
That's my
you. I was part of it.
Thank you for giving me Vic a future.
So if you've seen the mural inside the welding shop, that's me on the wall.
Which one? Because I was at the camp.
No, we had the one in the USP.
Okay,
in the medium.
I was at the camp. That
Oh, okay.
Less points.
Yeah.
I'm not that much of a bad boy. You know?
He's like, spice it up.
I went from the low and I dropped points to the camp.
Okay.
No, but that's cool, man. Because I've heard that many times, man, and I've known people actually. I know we all know somebody that they've been incarcerated for so long that they come out, they don't know what to do, so they just create a crime and go back in because that's all they know, right?
Exactly. It's easier for them.
Just to survive in there than it is out here. You know, they feel like a failure out here.
Yeah.
But they failed.
How long was your longest term?
I just finished doing 8.5.
I was just because you look young, so that's due to being in that
He's
refrigerator.
He's as young as we are, not you. But
no, I'm just saying. You know, in there, it's like you're in that fridge, it's cold. You don't age, bro. Nobody ages in there.
That's true. That's like my brother.
That's crazy.
So let's go back to because we want to get to know like who is Mike.
Yeah.
And I can never for the life of me say your last name. What's your last name?
My last name's Monsiváis.
Monsiváis.
I don't know. Yeah.
Monsiváis.
Oh, it's like French and Mexican.
Yours is harder.
Manzanares. Yeah.
You can't say his name.
Monsiváis. Okay. So let's go back to when Monsiváis was growing up. Like, where'd you grow up at? Like, where are you from? I mean,
grew up in the city of Chino. You know, I'm a 90s baby, so I grew up in the middle of, all that madness going on in the 90s. So, you know, I grew up in a broken home, alcohol, abuse, all that stuff. So I never wanted to be home. I didn't want to be around that. So I took to the streets, hung out with the fellas, and, we got older and, just one thing led to another and, got caught up in the game and, I ended up doing a lot of time.
And that started as a young age, you said, right? Because you're in and out juvenile.
At 13. Yeah.
13, wow.
Yeah, I went to YA. I did almost... Did 7 the first time, 7 years straight the first time, and then I got out for a few months, and then I went back and did another 18 months.
But that was 13 years old?
No, I was 15 when I went to YA.
But still, you were a kid, yeah. So what was that like? I mean, you're out running the streets. Yeah, you're not really supervised by your parents, but you have freedom.
Yeah.
So what was that like being a kid and getting locked up?
Well, just growing up in that kind of neighborhood and environment, it was normal. It seemed normal. You see the big homies coming out. Everybody's all big, tatted up, and those were like the superstars. That we looked up to. So they come out. They're on swole, all tatted up, got money, selling drugs, gang banging. Girls. So
it was like the life was glorified.
Yeah, it was glorified.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it was kind of like, you had to go to prison to get.
To earn your stripes.
And build a reputation and stuff. So it was just normal. So I would go to jail and do what I had to do in there, come out, and just built up that resume. And took a long time for me to figure out what I wanted to do. I'm out of lives with the state. They were ready to strike me out a couple times. Got lucky, didn't get struck out. I fought another life sentence with the feds because I wouldn't cooperate against my co-defendants. So
wow.
I ended up taking an 11-year deal because my co-defendants, they were all looking at a lot of time. All of us were. And we were looking at 20-some years, and then they finally said, you know what, we're going to give you 11 years. If you don't take it, you're going to go to trial and you're done.
Yeah.
I got busted only for 38 grams. And so I did all that time for just some crumbs.
Wow.
Because I wouldn't cooperate.
So because you didn't cooperate, they wanted it.
Okay,
throw the book at them.
They socked it to me, so.
Oh, wow.
And still thinking you would budge, and you're like, nah.
And this was in your younger days, or this was most recent?
This was the most recent one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they look at you, they look at your rap sheet. You're already a convicted felon. You already.
So they think you're gonna rat because you want to get out.
Right.
And stuff, and he's like, hell no.
It was a crazy case because we had confidential informants working for the FBI, and they were committing crimes the whole time. And I mean, one of the informants, it was a husband and wife, right? They were working for the feds, and I guess he had came home one day, caught her with another dude, started blasting at him. He's on federal, like he's out on bond as an informant, and he's shooting at the dude. He gets busted. He has a big standoff with the SWAT.
Oh, shit.
He gets busted. He did less time for what he actually got busted for with us and for that shooting than I did for those 38 rounds.
Wow.
Dang, you're
They,
like
they just didn't like you. You have like
Yeah.
tattoos that like identify you as.
tattoos. I don't see it.
Yeah, I lasered off everything that's visible.
Okay.
Oh, shoot,
all
you
my-
did?
I'm just saying because that's
yeah.
usually the way that it
But
is.
my arms, my chest,
Yeah.
everything's blasted up.
So you don't have no
Oh,
more
okay.
tattoos.
No, I have a lot of tattoos,
Oh.
but everything that's visible,
yeah.
I took off.
That's dope.
Wow,
what-
man.
That's why he wore that shirt so he could cuff it up
Yeah.
so you guys can't see that.
3/4 of the way.
Yeah.
No, but I have a question too. I mean, you said 27 years, right? In and out.
Yeah.
So, why now are you learning? Because 27 years, man, since 15 years old,
Mm-hmm.
that to me, I guess you just weren't learning your lesson. So you,
I was young, it was the thing to do. Now I'm older, I'm tired.
Well, like you
Well,
said,
they give
it,
up
and,
time
and
like
I've
candy.
survived.
Yeah.
I've survived all that, and I have nothing to prove to anyone anymore. I have kids, so my kids have paid the ultimate price for my
Yeah.
mistakes. So my son was starting to mess up, and that's kind of how I got into what I'm doing. Is like I didn't want to see my kids.
how old's your son?
He's 22.
Okay.
yeah.
So, and then all my friends' kids are my kids' age, so they're starting to follow our footsteps. And I said, man, I don't want our kids to be like us.
Right, right.
And you
back
can't
then,
just
so-
tell them don't do it because you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah, because
went
then they
that
throw
way.
it in
They
your
can
face.
snap.
So that's
Yeah.
why by showing them now you can show them the right way.
Yeah.
Right.
So, my son was starting to go the wrong way, and so when I came home, I had him move back in with me. He lived in Ventura with his mom, so I brought him down with me. Got him in the union. Now he's working with me on the Purple
Oh,
Line.
see, that's
Oh,
so
hell yeah.
dope.
Yeah, so
Now he's
uh,
in love with more the money now, making money.
Oh, yeah, he's
Yeah.
making money.
He's
just,
making money
But
the right way.
But
Yeah.
these kids don't understand that as a union, as a labor, as a union worker, you can make double what you would be making slanging dope. Wow. If not more, right?
Yeah.
You get on the right
Because-
job.
In the right way,
12,
yeah.
13-hour shifts. What I mean, I was,
And not get caught doing
Yeah,
something
you gotta
stupid.
work.
If
but
you do the
still.
math, like you could hit a lick and you can make $20,000, $30,000, $50,000
Yeah,
in
but
one
that-
lick.
that brings down
But
to
when
how
you
much
get
an
that
hour, yeah.
time and you're gone those 10 years or
Yeah.
15 years or
Can't get
whatever,
that
you do the
back.
math, you could have been working at McDonald's for minimum wage, and all that money you would have made in those 10 years is going to be more than that lick you hit.
Yeah.
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 So,
See? I'm going to stop selling drugs as of today.
first stop,
not worth it.
first stop taking them. They are stop selling.
Well, that's why I sell them, because I take them.
Get high off your own supply.
Hey, but I'm so that union program you started.
yeah.
Oh, wait, you have to go.
You just
He's raving over there.
No, because when I was at Long Park, I aside from doing a behavioral program,
Okay.
we had to go to work, right? And I was doing welding, and I did learn welding. The CEOs were teaching it, but I came home with that skill. No, I didn't get certified because
Yeah.
they weren't doing that at the camp.
Yeah.
Not enough time, but I did come home with that skill to
Nice.
know what I was
Once
doing.
you pick up a skill like that, it's you got it forever.
Yeah.
And
Right.
welding is hot right now. There's so much projects going on, infrastructure projects all over California. If you're a welder, you're in high demand. And I've been on the Purple Line now about 2.5 years.
what's the purple line?
It's a subway in LA. We're
Oh.
building
Yeah.
a subway station.
Oh, you
so-
should get on that gold line because it's already there in Pomona, right down the street from
Yeah.
you.
The purple line is at their off the Wilshire, right? That's the
Yeah,
one?
all down.
Oh, they're going to go down to Rodeo Drive and all that.
Yeah, I already
Yeah.
did. I already did Rodeo Drive last year. Now we're in Century City,
Damn.
and then we're going to UCLA. UCLA has already started, and we also started the VA hospital in Santa Monica.
Damn.
So
How long have you been in the trades for?
I first got in the trades.
They're fucking with me. Wow.
Why are you blushing though?
I know.
He's my fucking guest, all right?
So-
I would never
I'm
bring
allowed to blush.
So can you weld my heart?
Yeah.
Can you weld our hearts
Yeah.
together? That's called fusion, baby.
anyways, like I was asking you, how long have you been in the trade for?
I've been a union pile driver since 2006. So,
Oh, okay.
but off and on, when
Right.
I first got in the trade, well, I first got in as a carpenter in 1999.
Oh,
But I was so young, I didn't know what I had. To me, it was just a job. I
Right.
didn't have a guidance or mentor in the trade that was, kind of directing me. To me, it was just a job, and I didn't know better. So, in and out, in and out, in and out. And then when I started that welding program, I said, man, I got this amazing opportunity. I need to take full advantage of it.
Hell yeah, man.
And so when I started that welding program in USP Lompoc, I had the union's full support. They were part of my program. They used to come in from LA to Lompoc and talk to the guys and talk about opportunities and trades and all that stuff. So a lot of the guys said, I can't get in the union. I got a felony. And I said, well, what do you think I got?
I got a felony. We'll come back to that one because I was one of those guys after this commercial break. Cause,
we'll be right back, guys.
A little bit more.
What up? It's your boy Chino Mike. Come check us out August 20th, City of Pomona. No More Locked Doors art show. We're going to be having all kinds of art, tattoos.
And festivities. There's going to be food. There's going to be live art. There's going to be tattooing. There's going to be us. JR and the crew's going to be there. So you got to check us out August 20th. It's going to be at the Stella Gallery at the Old Packing House. So check that event out. But also, we got an event coming up August 28th, which is the following week on a Sunday. It's going to be the Crab and Shrimp Throwback Fest. You're going to have your boy Chino Mike there. No More Locked Doors is going to be partnering with One Shot Entertainment, putting on this amazing event. Mellow Man Ace is going to be there. Candyman's going to be there.
JJ Fad.
Who else?
ODM.
ODM. And who's going to be hosting?
Alicia De Valle.
That's right. That's right. So come check us out August 28th. You can look up No More Locked Doors or Mike Montevalle. Did I get that right? I think I did. You can check him out on Instagram, Facebook, get more information, or you can hit us up in the DMs and we'll give you the info. Come support. Check us out. He makes our beats.
Oh, yeah?
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy G on the 1 and 2.
But I make her heart beat.
Man, I was feeling it. I was grooving.
And we're back now.
Oh, what a weirdo.
Dude, so you started this program, right? USP Lompoc, right?
Okay.
The main one. That was a scary one, bro. I used to ride around in a little cart. Because I could go around in a little cart.
Yeah,
I had
I
no
used to
point.
see
You're on the minimum yard.
Fuck, dude, it was scary. I'm glad I didn't go up there. I would have made him laugh, bro. I'm like that. I doubt I would have had a problem anywhere I went. I mind my business and shit. I make you laugh. So, no, that program, though, it was real. For me, it was really interesting, and it helped me a lot because coming home, that's what got me into the union as a pipe fitter, right? Mm-hmm. But one thing I noticed, that they don't really push those trades out there. Like, it's like high school, college.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why don't they start promoting that stuff in high school? You know, but for the kids that, look, I get it. Kids don't like school, right? You still have to do school because that's one thing I learned in the fucking union. Like, damn, I got to do math, calculus, you know, all that shit. But it's like the fast track. Mm-hmm. We skip all the shit that we don't need, history and all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get to the nitty gritty, right? And I mean, that until right now, that was my bread. Like, I was making some really good money. I got to dumb it down right now because, you know, the toxic I was watching.
Oh, stupid.
As soon as the shit sign, pero as soon as the sign, I'm back. I'm good with that. So they know what's up. They're like, have her sign down. As soon as she signs the divorce papers, come back.
You're so dumb. Hey, going back to what you were saying, Vic, about the trades, and a lot of times they don't push it in school. And that's been for the last 15, 20 years. Yeah. And what sucks is that our educational system, I wouldn't say that it's just the educational system, but in the state of California, when they had cut back some 15, 20 years ago, the first thing that they cut from schools was
like
the trades.
Shop.
Yeah, it was shop because they said that it wasn't affordable. And then, but then now they can't find, because teachers, they don't get paid for what they do. No. You know, for educating our next generation, like the money just isn't there for them, let alone somebody that is a skilled tradesman to go in there and teach. Like, you know, the numbers just don't add up. And so I think that's where the downfall is unfortunately, you know, there's all these federal government programs that fund different things, but what they really need to start doing is investing in our children, because it's true. The trades, I mean, if you go, and I'm not, you know, trying to preach, you know, the education that I do have, but I attend these economic development summits, and they talk for real, and they talk about like you know, where we're falling short as not just a state but as a country, and the different industries that are on the rise. And for the last 10 years since I've been attending them, is the trades. All trades, electrician, welders, carpenters, every single trade that you can think of, because they're not training kids to even think about having those types of careers because they've been pushing education. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
But how did you get them in there? Did you
the union?
Did you smuggle them in there?
No, the kids.
Oh, the kids.
No.
Oh,
the
wait,
union.
huh?
Yeah.
Like, how did you get the union's attention?
I was always a union member in good standing, even though I was going in and out.
You're still paying your dues?
I never crossed the paths of bringing my lifestyle into the trades. Right. So I went to work. I handled my business. I was shining out in the field. And then when I got home, it was a whole different life. So the union always had loved me and had a lot of respect for me, even though I made those mistakes. They didn't give up on me. So when I started this program, I told my business agents about it, and they were like, hey, when you're ready, we'll come, and whatever support you need, we got you. So
Nice.
besides the welding program, I started another program called the Building Trades Expo. So we used to bring in reps from all the trades. We had the pipe fitters from Buellton, Local 114, come out. I had my union come out.
We're going to do that again.
Yeah, we're about to do it again. So we had all these people because there's different specialties in all these trades, So maybe somebody wants to go a certain route, so I give them an opportunity to see everything.
Yeah.
And so,
that's cool, man.
Wait, but when you say building trades, is it just like construction? Because where I was at the camp, they had cowboys.
Yeah.
Which you would go herd up the cattle and the sheep. You had carpenters. You had the butcher. They teach you how to
shop,
what's it
BT
called?
Butcher.
Yeah, they teach you how to cut meats right and like the proper slicing technique and all that.
Damn.
Yeah.
And we had it all, bro.
But that's a low risk
And then-
people.
yeah.
Low risk
You have to have
inmates.
like low points, or in his case, you just gotta be secure. I don't know. How do you weld with two shackles? I don't know. It's kind of the same technique, right? You're
Yeah,
like,
how was that? Because, obviously in prison you can't have weapons
Yeah,
or tools.
I
Momo was a correction officer.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know that one.
So she was a correction
Get out,
officer.
prone out.
And Vic was the inmate, and they saw each other.
Yeah, I
They
lost my
started
job
falling in
because of
love,
him.
and then
ended up here.
It's all, yeah, we ended up here.
Signed the NDA, and we
I
can't
called
hook
my
up no
dad.
more.
I called my dad. I'm all, Daddy, I'm in love
With
with
the
the thug. Daddy,
Oh,
I'm in
shit.
love with the level 2 gangster.
That's actually a disrespect. She's making fun of me because I don't have enough points to be up with the big guys.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it was
take it as
very
a compliment.
difficult to get that program going because
Yeah.
being a high security prison, the
Yeah.
first thing they said they do not want this kind of material on this yard,
Right.
because it was
You make
it was,
everything.
it was
Yeah,
active
the
right
welding
there, it was
rods.
live.
You could.
Yeah,
you
those
could-
are the best
yeah,
shanks in the
Jesus,
planet.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
they said, one, they don't want that kind of stuff on the yard, and two, it's going to cost too much money. They don't got
Right,
the money
right.
to do it. And the more they told me no, is the more I was going to prove them yes.
So, walk us through that because I'm so interested. How did you get them to say, okay, we allow this equipment? And then where did the funding come from?
Okay, so it all happened by accident. I had just got to Lompoc. I was, a little bit bitter and upset that I got so much time for a small, nonviolent drug offense. So I was in the law library trying to study the laws and work on an appeal and all that stuff. And one day, education staff approached me and asked me what programs was I interested in taking at the prison. And I was already there a few months, so I already knew what they had, and they were all bullshit programs.
Yeah, you're like, this is all crap.
Little prison fake programs. So I went along with it. I said, well, what do you guys got that I can, get certified in and go home and get a good career? And they were like, well, we got this. We got stockbroking, real estate, all called ACE classes, which are fake, just prison classes that people make up.
Because you can't even get a
inmates make up.
certification because
can't.
you have a
record.
felony.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Wow, so they literally mess with you?
Basically,
They're
yeah.
just dumb
It's just
programs.
to
It's a
pass-
false hope.
It's
It's a
like to
false
pass
hope.
the time. It's to pass the time
Pass
and
the
be
time.
like,
As long as you're
okay.
doodling here, you're not doodling
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
For the most
Wow,
part.
Using your pen to write instead
Wow,
of.
that sucks.
Thanks.
So I told them, well,
sucks.
I'm a union welder. I make this much money, and if you have something that can match or top it, then I'm all in. But if not, I'm good. And so they got a little upset and said, maybe you should tell our supervisor our programs aren't adequate enough for you.
You're like, where is
And
he
I'm
at?
like,
Were they being sarcastic?
And I'm like, and I'm like, whatever. I got to do this appeal.
Well, they do have that
I'm trying to get
program
out.
where you make the signs, right? The street signs
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
That's,
I worked in there too.
Yeah,
Unifor.
that's top pay. What was
Yeah.
that? Like $50 a month or 200?
15 bucks.
Yeah.
a month.
No, it was
It-
50. It
was like
top.
40 cents an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was making
yeah.
15 cents, homie.
Yeah.
As a welder.
I was welding in there. Yeah.
Damn. So they're making money off you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They were making a lot of money.
That's the enticing part of it.
Yeah.
Free labor.
Yeah, exactly.
So we were
So-
building the ladders.
Training. It's training. It's training.
Free labor.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Free labor.
Yeah. So one day, a couple months later, I ran into the supervisor. We're on a hold because something had happened out in the yard or something. So there was like all movement was stopped, and I just asked him if he had a second because I knew we were going to be there for a minute, and I pretty much told him, no disrespect to your education department, but you should start focusing on programs and stuff that are for the average person on the yard, the general population. So the feds back in the day was all like white collar, big time people. Now it's like the state. It's regular people from the hood now in there. So I said, most of these guys don't even have a GED. So stockbroking, real estate, that doesn't mean nothing. You can't even get a license to do that.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
But what I do, I'm a union welder. My union doesn't give a shit how many felonies I got. And when I go home, I'm going right back to the union. I'm going to be making the same money like I never lost out, So
Wow.
he was like, oh, okay. So he goes, you got like some stuff I could see. And I showed him my wages. I showed him check stubs. I showed him all the stuff, the benefits that come with the union. And he said, do you think you could put something together, like a proposal? And I said, yeah, when I get a chance, I will. So I ended up putting a little general proposal together, and they liked it. They asked for something more formal. I ended up writing the curriculum, the budget, the plan of operation,
so dope.
design the shop, blueprints on the shop, just like regular, nothing too technical, but, I did all that, the budget, everything. And so they submitted it. The warden signed it, went to regional director in Stockton. He signed it.
What was the warden's name?
Shut up. Well, because he met one warden. Did it come from the Department of Labor funding, or where did the funding come from?
I don't know. It's the feds. Federal Bureau of Prisons has money for programs. So
they're getting their money back. Plus,
That's
plus.
right.
So it eventually got signed by the director in Washington, D.C. They sent the money back, and then we built the shop myself with some of my peers.
And everything is still going to this day?
It's on hold right now. I had my secretary make a phone call to find out what's going on with the program because I still want to make sure that it's going and anything I could do from out here to keep it going.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it's not funded this year.
We have
They
to go
said
take a
next year.
visit. I'll go take a visit with you, and I'll let them know, like, hey, I'm just kidding.
Can you go back? So you say you wrote the curriculum and the funding and the budget. How did you know all that stuff? Was it from being
Well, just based on I went to trade schools in the
Yeah.
past, I kind of knew the learning process,
Okay.
from start to
so
to
from
finish.
apprentice to journeyman, you make sure you talk
Well,
about all that
just
stuff?
a welding curriculum, just how to strike an arc and safety,
Gotcha.
all the different positions and structural steel. So I based it on that.
And then he had a law library. You had like resources at your fingertips.
Well,
Right?
that law library was outdated.
Oh, no?
So,
They're not we
no.
just go there to chill. Right?
Yeah.
And hopefully the chicks pass by.
Yeah.
You go there to get the plain papers so you can write little pretty cards and send them to your family
Make
members.
the cards and fucking sell them for fucking
Hobbycraft.
But hey, why are we going to commercial?
This is going
too-
fast.
All right,
We
we're
went over
going to
the
take a quick break.
Can
When
you
we-
just listen to your producer?
All right, we're going to
I
take
hate
a
it when they
quick.
try to tell us what to do.
We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, though, we're gonna get to no more locked doors, though. That I know we talked about your past, but now let's talk about no more locked doors and what you're doing, man. All
Got
right,
it.
cool. So we'll be right back.
What's up, my gente? It's your boy MC Magic. Don't forget to tune in every Wednesday to the dopest podcast on the net, JR and the crew, keeping it real with my gente. Zzz.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back.
Why do you keep
Ow.
I know why you
Because
count.
it's like it's your guys' is flat. Mine
rest them
isn't.
on
It's
here.
round, and I have some.
Rest them on here like this.
No. Anyways, I was talking fucking shit, and I can't stand it, but I love you guys. I guess that's the toxica in me.
Yeah, that's the oh my god, the Toxica. Toxica?
The toxic. The toxic.
Anyways, we are back here getting to know Chino Mike a little bit more.
Chino Mike.
And we really want to know.
That's a good
like,
rapper name.
Can you shut your mouth there?
Chino
you fuck? And I keep trying to ask. You must
Go,
be on
go.
a good one today. Man. Anyways, he's really getting on my nerves though. Don't leave no sharp. Don't leave no sharp
This is
objects
just the
in
first
front of me.
round. This is just the first round.
Anyways,
Chino Mike.
so going back to No More Locked Doors, your nonprofit. You came out of prison. You were helping the fellas in there get a trade. You come out, and how did this come about? How did your nonprofit come about? Like, what made you decide?
Well, I just figured, well, I was able to pull off that in there with my hands tied. Imagine what I could do with a cell phone now and my hands free. So
Nice.
I met Paula Rosado. She's the bureau chief for LA Univision Network. She heard about my story. She read some of the articles that I've been in, and she loved it. So she said, whatever I could do to help you put together a nonprofit, I got you. So she helped me put the groundwork together, and then we ended up getting it filed and got it approved, and now the rest is history.
No, that's cool. But what really sparked you to start doing this? I mean, was it like, I know you said your son started getting in trouble.
Yeah.
So is that around the time that you said, you know what, I'm not just going to stop and start being good, but I'm also going to start No More Locked Doors?
Well, when I came home, I said, you know what, like I just said, you know, I imagine what I could do now that I'm free, and now I don't have to rely on some CO to, you know, to approve or disapprove something I want to do. So I said, you know, I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to help the people in my neighborhood and any other communities that need help or resources.
So you plan to take it to other communities?
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff?
yeah, I'm all over the place, all over.
Oh, okay.
All over.
I've heard
SoCal.
of you because of a good friend of mine, Tattoo.
Okay, that's my boy.
Yeah, Tattoo's a good friend of mine. So if you tell him
His
JR.
dad was my celly for 3 years.
Oh, yeah?
When I started the welding program.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so he's a good friend of mine, and we clicked and stuff, and I always see him when you're about to do your events. He goes on his you know, social media, you know, Mike, Chino Mike, No More Locked Doors. his
Yeah,
attitude and
that's
stuff.
my
But
boy.
yeah, so you got to meet a lot of people. And how did that, like? How did you meet him, or how did your organization start getting that recognition from certain celebrities?
It started with Tat, pretty much. You know, like I said, his dad was my celly for 3 years. Right when I was putting together the proposal to make the welding program happen, and so he's always talk about my son Tattoo, this and that. And when I came home, he popped up on my Instagram, and he lived in Chino at the time, and so I was like, oh shit. So I hit him up, and we started talking on Instagram, and then one day we met and fucking clicked, and you know, he said, I got your back. So
That's dope, man. And then from there, he just
from there, just plugging me in with people, you know, Danny Trejo, Baby Bash, all these other people, like, and then through them, I'm meeting other people, and it's just been like everybody, once they hear the story and see what I'm doing, it's 100% nonprofit. I don't get a salary. I don't make any money off it. I go to work and make my money, you know.
So it's 100%.
He actually puts money into the organization. You know,
A lot of money.
some people use a nonprofit organization to like filter money for their personal gain, not necessarily for the organization. But Mike, like, he's talking about, oh yeah, I just put on an event. I came $10,000 out of pocket. I'm like, oh, hey, you're doing it all wrong, homie. Like, you're doing
Hey,
it all
why don't you
wrong.
come over here, bro?
Hey, Mike,
Like, wait a minute.
I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm almost 100% sure. I read your article from, it was posted on From the Streets to the Set.
Okay.
And that's what got me into the acting, because I read, she posted a story on that.
Who's she?
Berenice.
Yeah.
And she posted your story, which I resonated with, right? Because I had came home, the building trades and all that shit, unions. I'm like, oh, damn, that's cool how he's giving this, you know, people that are coming home, like, opportunities. Or at least giving the info, right, that we need, because sometimes we don't even know what the hell.
Yeah.
And then from there, I ended up doing the acting shit. So
Okay. Yeah, she's
got
dope,
more in
man.
common
She's
than I
killing
think
it.
we- yeah.
She's doing it. And I just love working and networking with people like her and
Yeah.
others who.
So it was you.
There's something. I try to have a little bit of everything. Like, not everybody wants to get in construction. Not everybody wants to weld. Not everybody wants to do that. Maybe some people are talented with comedy or acting or whatever it is. I want to have plugs for all that, because you never know. You might change somebody's life.
Yeah.
Oh, so your events, is it like I haven't been to one of your events, but are they kind of structured or going to be structured to where they're like resource fairs?
Yeah, we're going to start working on that. We just had some big meetings with the Southwest Carpenters. They officially endorsed No More Locked Doors as a part of the union now. So we are starting my Brother's Keeper program in the IE on August 20th. It's going to be a 4-week boot camp specifically for reentry. So people coming home that want to get in the trade, we give them an opportunity to to compete and get a taste of what to expect in the field once they become an official member. So we're going to be doing that boot camp real soon. So, and that's led by No More Locked Doors.
Mike,
That's
I have a
nice.
question.
Okay.
So, I think it's amazing that you're, these guys are coming out of prison and you're helping them, with the trade, get into the trade. But I know what I've seen from my own personal experiences through family members is, my brother, I shared with you before, he's been in and out of prison a little bit, about the same time, 27, 30 years in and out. But his thing is like, he always wanted that fast money. Like he would always go into truck driving because that's what paid him right away.
Mm-hmm.
And I would always tell him, brother, go to a trade. He's like, yeah, but I got to go to school. And he's smart, but he's like, I got to go to school and I can't work and do the same thing. And I think that's kind of like his mind playing tricks on him. Mm-hmm. But then it is true because like right now he's in truck driving. I told him about you, brother, go get your welding certificate so you could become a welder. Like we can totally hook you up. He's like, I can't, do they pay me to do the training? He's like, do they have funding for that? He goes, because I can't skip out on my job. Like I have to pay the bills. Mm-hmm. So for the programs that you're working with, is there an opportunity for these individuals that are coming out of prison to get paid for their training once they're in it? Or?
That is one topic that's on the table right now that we're discussing with Department of Rehabilitation, the Workforce Development Department. There's a couple other organizations like United Way who are all on this cohort with me.
Right.
So we're kicking around ideas because people do need to get they needed to provide for their families when they come home.
Absolutely.
but
Some
they
sort of
also-
compensation.
Yeah, some kind of, so
Even a stipend. I know that I worked with a conservation corps, and while they were in the training, they were getting a stipend for every day that they showed up. And then once they completed the program, they would get like a check payout. It was Department of Labor that did it. And they would get a check payout because obviously you're not going to give somebody a bunch of cash up front, then they end
Yeah.
up skipping,
Yeah.
So,
So right now we have gas cards, we have tools, work clothes, boots, all that
So that's
covered
dope.
through Department of
Yeah.
Rehabilitation and Workforce Development in San Bernardino County and Riverside County.
soon to be LA County.
So soon to be LA. Yeah.
That's dope, man.
But as a union member, once you enter the union, you work and they pay you. You're getting paid to work.
Yeah,
then
through the apprenticeship.
Through
Right.
the apprenticeship, then you go to school at night. So
But once you're in the union.
yeah,
So there's no excuse then, really.
None.
no.
But it just
Yeah.
makes a difference. Like if you were to go to school first and get certified in welding,
Yeah.
when you come in the union, you start off higher.
You do. You skip a couple.
You start off at
Instead of coming out
third
as an
period.
apprentice, you're like a third or fourth.
Yeah, you
right?
make like I think third period right now is probably like close to $30 an hour.
Yeah.
So going back to, let's just, because again, I'm a simple-minded person. And so going back to being in the union, so me, I'm coming out of prison. I say, hey, I want to be a welder. Do I join a union first? Or like, what is that step? Like, take us through that process.
So once somebody contacts me and they tell me what they want to do, I got to find out whether they want to get into carpentry, if they want to be a pipe fitter, steam fitter, whatever, sheet metal workers. I got friends that do that. Once I find out what they want to do, then I plug them in with the business agent from the organization, and then we can get them their paperwork started to get into the apprenticeship.
Okay.
The trickiest part is just finding that initial sponsor. So it's a
Okay.
contractor that's a signatory contractor with the union. We have to find that job site that needs that apprentice at that time. That's
Okay.
the only tricky part.
All right.
But once we find that contractor that's
Uh-huh.
going to sponsor that individual in, once they sign that paper, he's an official member now.
But even that, right? There's a lot of jobs that it goes by city, and you have to be a minority.
Yeah, the PLA.
from the city of Inglewood.
Yeah.
Between the age of
Yeah,
this
the
and that, and a
disadvantaged
family.
communities. And
So there's a
the-
criteria.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so
That's
sometimes
an
your
LA
way
thing
in.
right now.
Wow.
We're
Yeah.
trying to bring that to San
Okay.
Bernardino County too,
Oh,
so
okay.
that we can have more opportunities.
Yeah,
Got
but
it.
that's your ticket in right there.
We
when
have
they
a
ask
lot
for
of
those.
projects going on in San Bernardino County right now. We got all the expansion work on the 10 freeway.
Yeah.
We got
all the
the
warehouse and
high-speed rail.
logistics.
There's a lot of stuff.
Uh-huh.
So my next step is sending a letter to all the signatory contractors, telling them about No More Locked Doors, telling them, asking them for, at a minimum, to at least sponsor 5 guys a year. 5 guys. We got 100 contractors, or, I don't know what the number is, but we got so many. If they can do at least 5 guys, we can offer tax write-offs, incentives. We can offer bonding. We can offer for 90 days 50% of the apprentice's wages.
That's cool, man. But I have a question. What?
No, I was gonna say. I just want to say this. So when I heard "No More Locked Doors," I'm not gonna lie. I thought of it as the movie.
Yeah.
Hearing your message, you're actually giving. I've always said this from a person not been in prison. I always said, how do people make it when they come out of prison? So you're giving people a hope. You're giving people a chance. You're giving people, letting them know there's something out there for them. Mm-hmm. My thing is, tell us if you can. Tell us where, give us your website. Give us like what's your vision behind all this, if you can.
No more locked doors is just opening doors. That's it. It's for so long our people have been shut out because of their communities, of their records, and all that stuff. So I'm bringing this information out to the people and telling them, hey, there are opportunities. There is a way out. There's a way to make a good living. You don't have to work at a warehouse for $15 an hour. You can come out and make. Right now, I'm at like 48 something an hour on my check, and then I still got another $24 in benefits, vacation, pension, annuity, medical, dental, all that, vision, all that.
Dang. So I don't think you realize you're the only hope out there, because there's a lot of people that I'm just saying, I know a lot of people that have been locked up, and when they come out, they feel like they go back to the streets. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you realize how much people you're giving hope. I don't think you realize. I mean, I know Vic's been, incarcerated. She's been the person behind the doors. I haven't been incarcerated, but I don't think you realize how much bro, there's millions of people that when they get out, they want to do good.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they don't know where to start.
They don't have that opportunity presented to them. Because, you think about it, a lot of people that have been incarcerated, just like Mike said, he comes from a broken home. He grew up in the streets. And so a lot of times those, we have coping skills. We that grow up in a regular family, and we go to school. We live a healthy, life and a good environment. Like, we naturally gain those coping skills.
Right.
When you live a dysfunctional life, you don't have those coping skills. And so when you get out of prison, your first mind isn't, I'm going to go and get this good job, and you don't even know about the opportunities that are out there, really, until it's presented to you.
What's that? What's it called when you're about to, like, maybe you're 3 months in, out? It's there's a name
Your
for
parole
it, right?
plan?
No, I guess they call it different things, different places, right? When you're about to enter back into society, but they give you all this bullshit material.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I forgot what it's called, bro. And it's like, that's even scarier, bro, because you're reading all this shit. It's like, dude, this is not gonna help me.
There's obstacles that one has to go through every time right before they get released. Having family members that were locked up their whole juvenile life and basically their entire lives, and barely coming out, like my uncle just got out. There were so many obstacles just to even get them onto the program. So you're actually.
We don't have you on mic, guy.
Yeah.
Go over there. Pull your tongue.
No, but what you guys are saying right now too is that I feel like the reason why a lot of people come out of jail and say forget it is because what you guys just say right now, we said it earlier, is I feel they give them now, learning this, they give them false hope, because you can't become a freaking like you say a real estate agent. So they come out and go like, hey, this is BS.
Especially if
this was
if
whack.
you're all blasted in the face or
I'm not gonna go see you're gonna see a house. Hey, you gonna show me a house?
Yeah.
Or,
or you're gonna rob it.
So they already had false hope.
Yeah.
Find out, screw this, dog. I'm just gonna go south. I'm gonna go back.
Well, years ago, corporate companies, they didn't hire felons because it just wasn't written, anywhere in their the way that they operate. But because this whole try to reintegrate people into society and help them, there's been a shift in the last 15, 20 years. And I think it's because they realize that, wait a minute, we're releasing people back to their same environment, not giving them an education, not giving them, any hope, not giving them any training. So, we need to do something. And working in the Department of Corrections is where I learned a lot about those different programs, because there's a lot. I sat in on committees, parole plans, where inmates were talking about what are they going to do if they should be released, how are they going to go about it, and then they were offering them the different programs, the different resources that are available. And a lot of times it's just in their minds, because that all they know is they're career criminals.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot more to talk about, so we'll be right back. We got Chino Mike. No more
deep.
locked doors.
This one got deep already.
We're opening it up. Forget, man, we also have our other partners, man. We got Victorious Vida. That's right, Victorious Vida, man. Created by our boy right here, Slick Vic. So we got Vic. Hi, guys. Humble man right there. No. So Victorious Vida. And also, man, don't forget, we got Mikey Boy Apparel, man. We got Mikey Boy Apparel. Go to MikeyBoyApparel.com. Make sure you guys support our clothing line. We're always wearing Victorious Vida, or we're always wearing Mikey Boy.
We also got Black Widow Investigations. She is a her firm, full legal service company.
Yeah, company.
Does everything. If you get in an accident, if they say your case is a lost cause, go to Black Widow.
That's right.
She's going to make sure she gets you what you are entitled to, really.
Man, hell yeah.
And she also does family law for you guys going through a divorce. But don't forget Mortgage Masters. Excuse me. Don't forget Mortgage Masters.
Don't choke up. Damn.
Don't forget Mortgage Masters. That's 3 times. You just said, don't forget Mortgage Masters. Because the rates are still decent right now. You can still refinance and they'll get you a lot of money. I already talked to Homeboy. He's going to help me out on a good deal, so check him out.
All right, guys. Hey, welcome back, man. No more locked doors. This is no more locked doors, guys. Lock that door, lock that door, lock these doors. No, but we got Chino Mike. We got Chino Mike from No More Locked Doors. And my question to you is this, because, like, okay, I know that you do some events, you know, and it's just hearing the whole story right now. And you're putting back into the event, putting more money into the event that you are making it, the making from the event. Mm-hmm. So my question is, why are you doing these events then? Like, why? Because I know you're doing concerts. You're doing.
Yeah.
Why?
We do food drives. We do toy drives. We do stuff for kids for Easter. We do a lot of stuff, and a lot of that stuff costs money. So I have to, since I don't have grants or none of that stuff, I have to do events to raise funds so we can do some of that stuff. I have to get a website built. So we're in the process of putting that together. So. Just stuff like that. You know, I have to pay my volunteers at least gas money to go pick up the food to bring it back, and
so your events are to support what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What he didn't say is, so he's supporting the community, but he's supporting a very specific part of the community, and that's those individuals that are locked up, their families. So the kids, like he's doing a toy drive, and he does the toy drive for the kids that the families are locked up. You know, and so
my toy drives are
not just the
specifically for
kids suffer, but
parents,
also the siblings, their significant others. You know, they suffer as well. So he's.
I don't think people know that.
Having these events still for that demographics, for the reentry population and their families.
Because I've heard of you, but honestly, just having you here now, I now know, like, I didn't know that. I really genuinely didn't know.
There's definitely a purpose of him having events. It's not just because
it's not just
he
a
wants
party.
to have
I'm going to be honest. I thought you were just trying to be our competitor.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, why you want to bring him here?
That hits home about the kids, right? Because fortunately, my kids were blessed. My parents, they stepped in. You know, when I was gone, they would come visit me every week. Mm-hmm. They didn't miss me. You know, if anything, it was like, oh, good, he's gone. Fuck. But
I just want to say Vic's an amazing dad.
Yes, he is, man.
But continue, go ahead.
I have to make up for those, that time I was gone. Mm-hmm. It's a guilt trip, right?
Yeah.
But I did have homies in there that they weren't blessed. Their families couldn't drive. They didn't have a vehicle.
They don't have money to drive or a vehicle.
Yeah.
So something like this, because, obviously holidays are the worst time for us, right?
Worse.
We're in there, fucking, something's going to pop
You're
up
tripping,
if you're not, staying minded.
Yeah.
And I would hear them, like, dude, my kid didn't get shit. He's fucking, this and that. He's so sad. I can't do nothing about it. All you can do is send a card, right?
Yeah.
You can't really do much from in there.
Yeah, that's
what
what
you're
I'm
doing. That's that, man. My hat.
And we
my
get
hat goes
good
off to you.
toys too.
Yeah, they do.
Nice.
Dope toys.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
So
we've had drones. We've had all kinds of
drones?
stuff.
Any Ninja Turtle stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a drone. Hey, man, I'll put me on that list.
You guys are kids. Back the fuck up.
Hey, I'm gonna put a ding.
So I'm planning the toy drive November 12th. We're looking at doing it in the city of Ontario. At Galaxy Burgers.
Yep.
I'm working out permits right now, so hopefully it goes through. It's a big parking lot, so the owner says, "Hey, you want to do it? Do it."
When again? A toy drive? Or?
Yeah, the toy drive.
toy drive.
November 12th, and then August.
Are you doing it early because to get it ready for Christmas?
We get the toys.
Yeah, it's
We
not
do
the
a
giveaway.
registry, and then we have to sort out all the toys by age and gender and families, and then we put the toys. We wrap them. We put them in a family bag.
And do you make it when you do the presentation to these kids? Do you make it like as though it came from the
from their
image?
family? Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
We don't take
man.
no credit. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get a
Oh,
Santa,
wow.
and they come. They get to take pictures with Santa.
Can you make sure that JR and the crew are there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, 'cause
Hello,
what-
JR and the crew is already apart because of Momo.
Oh, okay,
Part
okay.
of
So
No More Locked Doors.
so we'll be there and make sure we videotape and
Oh, for
capture
sure.
everything
that's
for sure.
That's dope, dude.
That's cool, man.
I really didn't know what you were about. I just saw Tat, promoting you and everyone else promoting you, but I didn't know who you were or anything like that. I just
Well, just the timeline, bro. He's only been, you've been what,
Been 4 years, yeah.
wow,
What he's done in 4 years, that's
that's crazy. Yeah,
COVID slowed me down because of those 2
Yeah.
years. I couldn't do any events because of all the restrictions
Right, yeah.
and stuff. I actually lost a lot of money during COVID because I tried to book some shows and I paid all the advertisement and promotion and
Wow.
Yeah, you can't
printing
get
out
that back.
flyers and tickets, and then I got canceled twice.
Wow. So you lose your
I took
deposits
the
and
hit.
stuff?
That was all the money. I had 5,000 flyers that show I canceled. I had commercials made. I paid for all kinds of stuff.
Well, I want to say this. Momo is hitting a 2 for 2 because the first guy she had in was a model that she wanted. But this guy, he actually makes sense because he's helping out the community, okay?
Yes.
The other guy helped out the community
wow, visually?
With his voice.
Boy.
Whatever.
But he's helping out the community. Bro, seriously, these guys know. I don't really... I don't
No,
really
this is
talk
a
a little
great
bit, but
story right
bro,
here, man.
I love,
Freaking A.
man. Seriously, I love your story because
You know why, Jimmy? Let me interject.
It's
Let me
touching,
interject.
yeah.
'cause
I can't even say
you're
no
like
more.
almost at a loss for words here. No, but because of how we all grew up. Like, I don't think I told you this, but JR, me, and Jimmy, we all grew up together. We
Yeah.
we met when
Church,
we were like
Victory
13,
Outreach. We
14
can say
years
it.
old. And so we've known each other since we were kids.
Yeah.
And we know a lot of the same people, and that's all we saw growing up. We weren't a part of that, but our brothers or cousins,
Yeah.
sisters, uncles,
Like, even though we weren't
dads,
gang
everybody.
members and all that stuff, but we were out there reaching the gang members. We were
Yeah.
out there reaching the prostitutes.
And not only that, we
all
have close family members.
Yes.
And so it affects our lives as well. And
Yeah.
so, and I told you this from the very beginning, like coming out, I see prison from two different sides. I see it from working in the prison, but then I also see it as my brother spending almost the same
Exactly.
amount of time as you did in and out of prison. And so I every time I looked at an inmate, I would look at them as if they were my brother. Like they all have a story, and there's a reason why they're there. Some of them, the career criminals. But again, like, it's not their fault. A lot of times it's not their fault because they're just a product of their environment. It's not something that you set out and you're like, I want to be a thug. And you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth. No, like, that's what you knew, And so, like,
That's nice, yeah.
to know that you went through everything that you've gone through in life and to finally have something switch and be like, nah, you know what? I'm going to change today and then really make that difference. But not just for you, but for other people, like, that speaks volumes. And that's
Yeah.
why I told you I'm about it. Tell me what I can
Message.
do.
Yeah, no, it's true.
No, really, no, because I was like, he talks about nonprofit. I happen to have a lot of experience in nonprofit and scaling nonprofits, and I had told him, you tell me what you
Movida's
need.
in nonprofits right here. Movida's in nonprofits right here. Watch out. Hey,
Tell
go
me-
right.
And then, hey, you should have seen his face when he's like, do you write grants? And I was like, I know how, but I don't like to.
But it's a conflict of interest.
No, but that's great, man. I mean, how can people help you though, man? I mean, because you are. I love the fact that everything you do is for the inmates, for their families. But how can people help you? Literally help you.
They could come to the events, support. They could donate.
Yes.
We have
Donate what?
money.
Money? Okay.
Toys.
'Cause you need
whatever-
money and toys.
Whenever we do stuff.
We're
whenever,
gonna-
yeah.
No, I'm just saying that because
Yeah.
there's Polly's Project. There's
Right.
They all help the homeless, so they
Right.
need
Yeah.
certain items. So
Right,
I'm asking
right.
them. That's why I'm asking them. What is?
No, that's good.
So
So,
he needs
pretty,
money.
pretty soon the website's going to go live
Yeah.
Okay.
in a little while, and they're going to have a donate. So, but until then, he has his Instagram.
Yeah.
Like he said, money goes a long way because
So-
he's going and buying individuals that are participating tools, so
Right.
that way they can start their job, or he's helping them, with gas cards and other things. So it's not like he's pocketing the money because he's not.
No.
Not at all. Not at
I actually
all.
don't touch none of that money. That money
Yeah.
comes directly from Department of Rehabilitation and Workforce Development. directly to the individuals once they get processed in their system. So,
but I imagine you have some kind of cash app, right, where we can just donate or.
Yeah, we got Venmo. We got.
Is there like a simple name
PayPal.
or is it gonna be something understood?
I gotta look at it. I don't know it by heart,
Okay.
but
Well, make sure we
That's
bless
called
it.
Vero.
Yeah,
What is
Veto
it?
handles everything.
Who's
we
Veto?
ask him
Wait, who's
questions?
Veto?
It went from Venmo. It went
My
from Venmo to
secretary.
Veto.
Let's give Vero a
Yeah.
shout out. Shout out to Vero,
Yeah.
What's up, Vero?
his secretary.
Veto's the one behind the scenes making
Yes.
it
Okay.
happen.
Because I always ask him questions. He's like, oh,
Call
fuck,
Vero.
good question. Let me call Vero.
Fuck no more.
She's
I'm
not
welding.
answering. She's not answering.
I'm welding. Call Veto.
He's like, no, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't fucking know, but Vero does.
Yeah.
That's
So I
dope,
said, all
man.
right, that's cool.
So that's what star is that?
Dallas Cowboys.
But you know why?
Because it's a star.
Because they got the Cowboys in Chino, right?
At Chino
Uh-huh,
Cowboys.
Oh, okay. I'll let that
Yeah.
slide.
But I grew up in the '90s. The Cowboys.
Yeah.
were there.
Oh my God! Yeah, everyone loved the Cowboys. The gangsters loved the Cowboys and the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all you
okay,
see.
yeah, I'm a
Hey,
Raiders
JR, stop hating, please. Thank you very much.
Oh, geez.
Nothing wrong with
Point
it.
taker, right?
I know.
That was Renee, our other producer.
Hey, I want to go back to what you were saying, JR. You asked Mike, how can people help his organization, right? This is I'm just speaking out loud, and this is just kind of a pet peeve of mine. Is you have a lot of friends, you have a circle of friends, and their friends know each other, and when you go to have an event, they're like, "Hey, can they hook me up?" No, motherfucker. It's a nonprofit, and the whole purpose of them having the event is to make money to fundraise for a better cause.
I already apologized for that.
I saw your face when I was saying that too. No, but seriously, I mean, like, people don't understand the power of a dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$2, $10. I've gone to these fundraising events, and there's thousands of people in the room, and they said, "Can I at least get every single one of you to donate $5?" That's a lot of money right there. And so, like, to us, I mean, think
It's
about
so
what
easy
think
now.
about what you just spent on the way over here, getting something to drink or maybe getting something to eat.
You mean in gas?
Well, and in gas, and in gas. But I'm just saying, like, the money that we just, when we hear $5, we think that's nothing, but to somebody else,
Yeah.
that's a whole world of a
Right.
difference.
It's so easy now.
Yeah.
Bleep.
Yeah.
Done.
And his events, he draws out hundreds of people. And I had told him, I says, people aren't just going to give you
Yeah.
money.
I've seen his videos.
He
They're
knows
successful.
a lot of people,
Yeah.
but check this out. I told him, they're in the industry, that they're making money. And of course, they're going to help you out. They're going to go and support and show up. But you also need to ask for the money.
Yeah.
And I think to our culture, we're prideful. And we don't want to ask and be like, hey, can you help me out? Can you donate? But it's not to me or to you. It's your organization, and it's going for a better cause.
Right.
And I think once people see that, because you're taking off.
Oh, yeah.
You're taking off, especially with me. On the passenger side. No, just kidding.
Can I get the car seat at least?
I gotta get the
I was about to sing the TLC song, but it just slipped my mind.
No, but
Anyways.
I think I'm saying it again. Thank you for coming on our show because you helped not just us, because I know she got a little bit of feedback of what you did, but I personally didn't know. I don't know if he really knew.
I got helped by him without knowing.
Yeah, see, and so through this,
I am beyond blessed.
and he's
of what he
blessed.
does.
But because I'm being honest, I'm being dead serious. I feel sometimes people don't support people because they don't know what they do.
Right, yeah,
and
you're
I
right.
believe
Oh, you're right.
now through what he's like we're gonna blast this for you, dude. We're gonna do what we gotta do and let people know what you do because. Some people just might not know, like you just said.
Yeah.
Oh, because they probably think he gets the money, he does this.
Right.
They don't know that stuff.
They don't know what the
They
behind
don't-
the
they-
scenes.
When I
Yeah.
saw his page, I thought he built gates that just didn't lock.
Oh, you did?
Why would the gate not lock?
You had to put the rubber band, no, the rope, the rope, that's it, so you could just
Bungee cord.
Hey,
the
what-
bungee cord right there.
Hey, he's done that before.
But I'm serious. So
Yeah, it's
I'm
important.
happy that we finally got to hear your story, man, because it's like I said, it's true. If people don't know who you are, what you really stand for, what you do, I mean, it's hard for people to support you. I mean, Pauly's project, that he's always blasting on what he does and stuff, and I'm glad she's helping you out to get your website and all your stuff kind of lined up so that people can finally find out who you are, what you're doing.
And I
stuff.
like JR how you said, "How can we help you?" Like No More Locked Doors, we need more people like that. Like,
Yeah.
how can we help?
Yeah.
Not just be a body, not just raise your hand and say, I support you, but giving
Yeah.
of ourselves,
Give.
giving up our luxuries to help somebody else, you know?
It's true. So is there any last words, man? Anything you want to say that we didn't cover?
Just want to say thanks for having me and spreading
thank
the
you,
word.
brother.
We have our art show coming up with Momo Pomona August 20th.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
After the launch of
Where
my
at?
brother's keeper in Riverside, so I got to go to Riverside and then to
The
Pomona.
same day.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I work that night, so I don't get home until 5 in the morning. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I got to be in Riverside at
Yeah,
6.
Mom was going to have a ghost
Yeah, get
energy
a
drink
couple
for you.
goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Even though
so
we're not
that
officially
event-
sponsored by them. But
Yeah, so say it again because we'll
Yeah.
blast it for you.
That event that he's going to have is August 20th. It's going to be at the Stellar Art Gallery in Pomona. It's located in the Packing House District. So they can look up on your Instagram. How do they find you again?
Chino Mike 909 or at nomorelockeddoors.inc.
And then that event, is it free? Is
Free
it-
event.
Free event?
Free
Okay,
event.
but we
How are you
also-
gonna make money, man?
Well, people donate.
Hold on,
People
hold on.
donate. We got some
Donations. Okay.
So the vendors, the vendor booths
Okay.
and stuff
Yeah,
like
we
that.
got a
But
few vendors.
We also
I
have
will
an-
volunteer myself if they want to fucking raffle me off for a date, non-sexual.
Yeah. Yeah.
It don't matter the
we gotta do that.
gender.
We gotta
really
do that,
quick,
actually.
really
Yeah.
quick before we have to go. So there's one more event, which is the following week. On the Sunday, it's going to be August 28th.
Oh, the crab.
The Crab and Shrimp Throwback Fest with Mellow Man Ace, Candyman, ODM's going to be
yeah,
on.
yeah. JJ
He's going to be
Fad.
there. JJ Fad, Alicia Valle.
This is the Valle, yeah.
She's going to be there as our MC. So it's going to be a really, really good event. The tickets are only $25.
Oh, wow.
$25. So I don't know. Those of you that are watching, if you can't afford that, then you might as well get rid of your internet.
Is JR and the crew going to be there?
Do we have a hookup there?
So JR and the crew will be
Oh,
there.
nice.
Oh, we got a hookup. Oh, okay.
Do we have a hookup there?
You guys only get 4 tickets to go. No spouses included.
Well,
Junior,
Sucks
so
for you.
Junior,
You know,
Momo,
Steve
Vic,
has the
and me.
podcasting up in the loft. You seen it, right?
Yeah.
So we could probably do something there.
Oh, yeah,
Yes, at
that's
our
true.
At the
That's
art
true.
show.
On the August 20th, we could. Yeah, he has a podcast. We'll talk about
Okay,
it
we'll
for
talk.
sure, for sure. So don't forget those.
Does
those,
it benefit you?
those
This
two
concert
events.
benefit? Is it beneficial? Benefits No
Yes.
More Locked Doors? Okay.
So August 28th, the Crab and Throwback Shrimp Festival is going to benefit No More Locked Doors. They will
Awesome.
be getting a percentage
Nice.
of what we bring in. So more importantly, just having a good time, supporting community. And so
Here we say.
where again can we find you, Mike?
At Chino_Mike 909 and at nomorelockeddoors.inc.
And
Nice,
then
man.
that's on all platforms, Instagram.
That's Instagram. My Facebook is just my name, Michael A. Monsivias,
And we'll throw it
MONSIVAIS.
all
Yeah, we'll
up
put
on
it
there
all.
We'll
for
put his
you.
cash app there too.
Nice.
Get
And
the
one
feeling.
more time again, what are you looking for people to support you? Like what do you need for your organization?
Everything. I mean, we help so many different types of people, whether it's kids that are, have loved ones gone. We help people get careers, opportunities. So, I mean, there's so many different ways people can help. Volunteer.
Got it.
They can donate. Come to the events. They all.
The best way is
benefit.
to come to the event.
If
spend some
anybody's
money.
interested in
Yeah.
donating, go ahead and you can hit Mike up or you can hit me up in my DMs. I'm just saying, they've been.
Oh my God.
They got cobwebs and shit.
Oh, the DM.
But anyways, with that, we are out.
Yeah, that's
No
They
more,
are the crew.
no more cobwebs.
No more locked doors. We're going to be seeing a lot more of this guy, a
Yes,
lot
we
more
will.
from his organization, going out there supporting the community. Looking forward to it, Mike. Can't wait. And for that, we out.
See you guys, man, next week.
Peace.
Do it.
Thank you guys for watching our show tonight. Make sure you catch us every Wednesday, 8 p.m. across social media platforms on YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff. You know where to find us. But don't forget to tap in and
Don't just look at her boobs. Like, share, subscribe. Right? If you're gonna look at them, if you're gonna tap in and look at her boobs, make sure you like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
That's the least you can do.
keep it
Get
real.
alerted. Get alerted
Hey,
every time she's on.
Keep it real like what?
Like your boobs.